Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Dominique. If you're new here today, welcome. I do a lot of videos on homemaking, grocery hauls, just mum life in general as well. So today I have a Kmart haul for you all. I filmed this a couple of days before we were going away on our trip down to the Gold Coast. So I just ordered a few things to take with us down on the trip. Not as if I needed to, because we were basically in walking distance to Kmart anyway. Just why not? Because I'm with one pass and I just love spending money at Kmart basically. Yeah, so we went down the Gold Coast, spent a week down there, spent some time with family. It was nice. We spent some really good quality time with family, and I think that's what it's about, isn't it? And I just did the Kmart haul prior to it because my youngest needed pajamas and things like that. So there's not a lot in this haul today, but I'll have another haul next week. So I'm waiting on a Kmart order either today or Monday that's supposed to come. That's the story of my life. I'm always waiting on an order. Like, I mean, the courier is always here delivering things. My dog's at the point now where he's best friends with the courier. He knows which one drops off things, and you know, that's what it's like now. So yeah, but with Kmart too, they split up the orders, or with most orders they split up the orders, so the courier's around all the time dropping off things. So it looks like you're ordering a lot of things, but instead of it coming in one order, you know, you'll get, you know, a pair of shoes in one order and then three items in the next order. So it makes you feel like you're just shopping. But if it all came in one order, it wouldn't look as bad. So yeah, I will have a Kmart haul next week, but I am waiting on another thing. They've only sent a few items there, and another thing's supposed to come as well, which I can't even remember what I've ordered. I remember one thing, but I can't remember the other things that I've ordered. And my son's birthday, he's going to be 13 in a few weeks. I can't believe it. Oh, a few weeks, probably about in a month. In around about a month, my son is going to be 13 years old, and I just cannot believe that. So I will have some things from Kmart from there. He sort of knows what he wants, and he's been asking for some more technology, of course. So, but there's other things I know he needs as well. So I'm sure I'll have another Kmart haul. So basically, keep an eye out on the channel, because I'll be having a few hauls coming up. We've got school holidays at the end of today, so 2 weeks of school holidays. I'm going to try and bring out a few vlogs on the holidays. Just of me probably cleaning the house and things like that. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing on the school holidays yet. We haven't planned a lot because we've just come back from a week's holiday, which is really, really good, because when you've already had a holiday, the kids don't expect you to go and take them to all these places as well, because we've already sort of done that. But we'll probably go to the movies. We usually do a time zone visit, which we'll probably go and do that. I think there's some a family show thing in the area, so which have got like rides and all that. So I don't know if we're going to go to that, because my youngest boy's just too young, and my oldest boy can go on things that he can't go on, and sometimes it ends up as not even worth going because they come out really, really disappointed. Like, we went to this games room where we were staying, and half the time, we've been there many a times, and I used to live across the road from where we stayed, and this games room never really worked 20 years ago. It was always things faulty in it, and we got there and my youngest boy just wanted to play those, you know, we pick up the claw games, we pick up all the toys, but we kept putting the money in and the claw game wasn't working, the prizes weren't coming out. It was just a hassle. We put $6 in one machine, it didn't work. We came out $20 later, and my youngest boy's just crying his eyes out because he didn't get what he wanted. We spent money, he didn't have a good time, and it was just like, why bother? You know, you try to do things that are good and nice for your kids, and sometimes it might not be worth it in the long run. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing on the school holidays yet, but I'm looking forward to waking up in the morning, having an easy morning, because it's just like every morning it's up at 6 o'clock, getting my son off on the school bus, and then getting my other son off 40 minutes later. And so basically in my area at the moment, over the last week, we've had 2 whole days of mobile phone interruptions, like whole days where our phones are just completely out. And yesterday morning was just one of those mornings where it was just so hectic. My husband walked my son to the bus stop, and our bus didn't turn up. Sometimes that happens, like he's late, but it was like 8:10 and there was no communication from the company. There was nothing. So usually when they're late, they send a message to say they're late and they're going to come and just to hold on and wait for them. But we're getting on to like 8:15 and we had to take my son to school at 8:20 and there was no communication from the bus company. Basically, my husband just had to bring my son home, and I checked my husband's mobile phone and I'm like, there's no SMS from the company saying that they're late. It's really weird. But we had to take him and my son to school. So my oldest boy's school is like on a good run, half an hour away from home. So that's why we don't drive him. He catches a bus. It's quicker for the bus to take him than we do, because they can, you know, get there quicker. But it was a good run out there. So we'll basically we basically dropped my youngest boy off at school, and then we're driving along the highway and we just see all these kids from my son's school just standing there. And this was like 9:15, you know, and the bus still hadn't arrived. So I thought, oh, because you sort of second guess yourself when you're standing at a bus stop for half an hour and you're like, did I come too late? Has he already come? So what happened was I checked the mobile phones, and at this time, like half an hour prior to it, I realized that we weren't getting any messages because every phone was out. I'm with Telstra, my son's with Optus, and so is my husband, and my mum's with Optus, right? And all of us, none of us could talk to each other whatsoever, except if you've got Apple, you can FaceTime and do video calls. So that's really, really good. So I was able to do that with my mum. But there was a Julia Roberts movie on Netflix recently, probably about 6 months ago. And it was when like all the technology went down and all that. I'm not sure if anyone saw it, but it was a really good movie. That's what it reminded me of yesterday. Like, you know, it was just like buses aren't coming, phones aren't working. We had no communication from schools. School couldn't contact us. We couldn't contact the school. It was actually quite scary because if your kid's at school and the teachers, you need to call you or whatever, I felt like a little bit weird that they couldn't contact me. But obviously they would probably try and contact me through email because internet was working. But this happened twice in the last week. So I was so glad when the phones started working again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Officeworks and get myself a home phone. I know, you know, if the mobile phones are down and things, I still can't call out to the mobile phones, but I can call home lines and school lines and things like that if our phones go down. So, and they can call in as well. So I'm going to go get like a $20 phone from Officeworks and plug it in because we're already paying like a home line fee anyway. We have been for years, but we haven't hooked it up because sometimes it interferes with the Wi-Fi, all that sort of thing. But I'm going to go and get that fixed. But yeah, what a weird day it was yesterday. It was just really, really weird. So probably not a big deal, but being a stressed out mum on a weekday when you're trying to get your kids off to school, and then like as you know, as we're about to go take my son to school, I realized my youngest boy hadn't had breakfast because he didn't want breakfast when I was giving breakfast out. I'm making Vegemite toast at the same time, and then at the same time he's wearing casual clothes for the day, and I get a message from the school saying, oh, just a reminder that the casual school dress is for Friday, and we'll see you all tomorrow dressed up, basically. And I was like, oh my goodness, my kid's in like free dress now. And because it said from the office it was on Thursday, and I was like, oh no, I haven't got time for this. Vegemite and toast, trying to get the kids to school. Anyway, it was all good. I had the right day. It was just they'd made a mistake themselves. But anyway, this turned out to be a lot more of a gossip session than normal. And I know you all just want to see what I got in my Kmart order. So let's go and have a look at what I picked up from Kmart last week. So the first thing I've picked up here is some Pokemon pajamas. I absolutely love the blue and the colours in this. I chose to get a size 10. My son usually takes like 8. But I just wanted a bigger set, you know, because sometimes they shrink. They're flannelette. They were $18. So it was a really good price for like licensed products. And I do like the flannelette because it won't pill. Sometimes you get the licensed products and they've got like polyester in them and they don't last long and they've got pilling and they're just not very comfortable. So got the flannelette this time because he's got other ones, and yeah, they're a really, really good size because he has been wearing them and they're perfect size on him. He doesn't seem to, they don't sort of ride up at night time, and they're big enough that he feels comfortable, that he doesn't have to go and change his clothes over and over again, which he was doing with some of the other pajamas that he's got. But yeah, the size 10 is just perfect for his height and for his size. So I've got some boxer shorts here, the satin ones. These are a 2-pack. These are for my oldest boy because he just likes sleeping in boxer shorts. He finds them really comfortable. But I have gone into the men's now because they didn't have really his size. So I just went ahead and I trialed the small in the men's, and they're perfect size for him. So I know now when I go to Kmart to get that. And these were $10 a pack. And then I also got these, and I thought they were so cute. These are the Alpha jersey boxes for $6, and they had so many different styles and patterns. They're absolutely gorgeous. So this is in the small men's as well, and these are a perfect size for him, and both my boys are pretty tall as well, so I find that they just grow out of things so quickly. And they also needed some sports quarter crew socks. These are basically for my youngest boy. They're a 4-pack. When I first got them, I thought they were going to be so big on him, but they're not. It's really deceiving how big or small your child's foot is, because they just look gigantic, but they fit him perfectly, so that's really good. And this was a 4-pack, and it was only $7. So these tops are for me. I just feel like I'm always someone who needs to buy new t-shirts because I don't have many. So I really liked this one. It was only $8. I got it in the size 14 because sometimes I mistakenly do put it in the dryer, which it has been in the dryer on our trip. And it did shrink a little bit as well. So I'm glad I got a size 14. I usually just take a size 12, but I find with shirts and things from Kmart, they can shrink. So I really liked the colours, and for $8 it was really good because I just sort of packed it in my suitcase to take away, and I knew I had a couple of fresh t-shirts. You know, they're always pretty good price at Kmart for t-shirts if you're ever looking, but I also got this one here, and I love this one. It's got the little hearts on it, and it's navy blue. I really like navy blue and the white. So another one for $8, and I still got it in the size 14 because, like I said, I did put them in the dryer when I was away, but you know, that's going to happen. So I have to think about when I buy clothes that they're going to go into the dryer regardless, because that's what I do. Now, this is something I did need. I got this canvas weekender bag because we were staying at my mother-in-law's house for a night, and I didn't want to take up the whole suitcase, you know, and unpack things for a night or so. So I just took like a canvas bag as well as our suitcase, and this one is just perfect for a couple of nights stay with the family. And you don't have to take up all that. You don't have to take all the bulky bags, you know, to wherever you're staying as well, and then open them up and, you know. Anyway, so I used that for that reason. We just put our clothes in it for that day and for the next day, and it's really handy. It was $8. I really love the colour. They had a few different types there as well, but this is the natural beige one, which I really do like the neutral colours. And yeah, it was just really good. It's got a really good handle on it. Like, it's got a really good strap on it as well. Perfect for just a couple of nights stay, you know, with less clothes, which I really wanted to do on this trip, is just take less clothes because we were staying at places where there was washing machines and dryers. So I've also picked myself up a book. I've started to read it. I'm not too far along at the moment. It does remind me of a movie that I watched on Netflix recently, but it's called Happy Place, and I just saw the title, saw the colour. Yeah, I did sort of judge the book by its cover, I have to admit. It just looked like it was going to be a nice read, and so I took that away thinking that I was going to have all this time to sit down and read books and all that sort of thing, but as a mum, you never do. So I've probably read about 10 pages of the book, but I am trying to find a little bit more time to do a little bit more reading nowadays if I can. And this novel was $12. So I got one of these heat packs. I haven't used these in years and years. I probably think it's because there was such a fire danger with them. Well, there probably still is. But I got one to just try out from Kmart. It's $10. And obviously I just followed the instructions on the microwave settings and things like that, and not let it overheat or anything like that. But it's a really good length. And I also got another one for my son, which I'll show you in another video. But it's a great length. They're long. They're worth $10. Really good. If you went to go get them from the chemist, I'm sure they would be a lot more. But Kmart have got so many different types of novelty ones now, and we have picked up a few, which, yeah, I'm really happy with it. And it is really good if you've got like muscle aches or headaches or something like that, and you can use them as a cold pack as well. Basically the length of it, so it's a really good size. Okay, and also I've picked up a little travel Colgate toothpaste. I think this was $2. And I've also got some cotton twine. Now, the cotton twine is going to be an experiment my son wants to do on the school holidays. Well, I've been trying to put it off and hide the twine away from him in case he remembers that he wants to do it. But he wants to make these like crystals out of sugar and cotton. So I have got the experiment. I will probably film it because it's something you could maybe do with your kids, but you do have to help them out with it. And if you're needing cotton twine, it was $3.25. So thanks everyone for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and it gave you some little ideas on some things that are out in Kmart at the moment. Absolutely love the Pokemon pajamas, and the book that I'm reading at the moment is really good too. But keep an eye out on the channel because I'll have some more Kmart hauls coming up and lots more videos, and I'll see you soon for my next one. Thanks everyone.